Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Monday, March 7th, 2016. The tarot card for today is the Page of Wands. Now, I have to tell you, I was like, all right, we're getting so close to the eclipse. Why not get some big major cards coming in here? But I like this card. I really like this card a lot, okay? And it's even reflected in my voice because it's about enthusiasm, all right? This is the page, with that fire lit under his ass, and he's ready to go. Not in so much a hasty way, it's just that he is really ready to move forward and explore all of the possibilities that there are because I talked so much about this the last few days. You're at that point where you finally know that at some point there's going to be a different future, so what happens? Yeah, you start feeling like you're freer. And I don't want to say necessarily more carefree because you haven't nailed down all of these issues yet. However, there's so much to do. And this is a page who's regarding change and opportunity. And what do you hope to change? See, these are very crucial times. This month, this week, this part of this year, you're going to remember this for a very, very long time to come. So hopefully you are feeling that renewed, maybe not even renewed. You might not have had this enthusiasm before because some of these things have hung over your head for so long and it's like, okay. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I think I can actually do this. I think I can actually get it done. And one of the things that amazes me the most, and I have to be honest, I've experienced these things in my life as well, that sometimes, when change is there, the biggest fear that comes is what's on the other side of the change because it's unknown. We don't know what is coming next. So now what happens here? It's like all of a sudden you realize, hey, I did it. It wasn't that bad after all. Why didn't I do that a long time ago? So, you're really going to be kind of like, I want to say, not necessarily giddy, but a little more all over the place today, wondering, okay, what can I do next? What can I do next? Now, in all honesty, with all the energy that is taking place this month, all right, you're not going to know fully until you get out of March. And then, we may as well discuss this now because it's coming. You're you're going to be going through a lot of changes over the next few months, all right, as a result of fixing these issues in your life. Now, bear with me here and keep your personal issues in mind as we discuss this. Now, what's going to happen is that at the tail end of April, see, April's going to feel a whole lot better, but you're going to be working on them and working things out. But at the tail end of April, Mercury will go retrograde. Oh, yeah, I know. 4 times this year, all right? So this will only be the second one, and they're all in earth signs this year. So let's just keep the patience and the faith here that by the time that is done, all right? So you're talking more like the end of May? Maybe more like after the first week in June when you're starting to feel like you're not in Mercury's clutches anymore. So, I've been talking about June for a long, long time. Now, here's the other thing. You also have 2 other retrogrades, which are much bigger, taking place. And the one that is really big is the one for Mars, because it only happens every couple years or so. And it will be retrograding in Sagittarius, I believe, on the 17th. And I think on the 18th, we have Pluto, which retrogrades for 6 months out of every year. Personally, I wish Pluto would change its timing and retrograde over the winter months. Because in my life, it's always been, stop it, you're messing me up here. But anyway, you can see you have a lot of energies that are going to have you maybe backtracking a little bit, getting things resolved. But this is good because when you come to the end of it, especially when, and I think I mentioned this the other day, the tail end of June, that's finally going to change, all right? Because not only does Mars go retrograde, it backtracks into Scorpio again. So, there's some intense things going on that need to be handled. And in all honesty, I don't mean this in a bad way. I think this is like really working on things the way you want them to be. So this is a good energy that's coming in, and I don't think that you should view it as negative because it's retrograde. I just really think that what happens is that as you get into June and things start easing up, and then the tail end of June, you get out of that one. And then, of course, 6 months. So Pluto, it'll be more like October, somewhere in there, September, October, where Pluto is finally, going direct again. And that, when you get there, I just have such a good feeling about there because I think you've come so far, like so far, that you don't even recognize your life. But it's a life that you really, really like. So keep this in mind. This is a process this year. This is a year of major change, major growth, and, you know, like I said, boy, did I stray from this Page of Wands. Enthusiasm, okay? Get ready to discover the new life that awaits you. I want to thank you all for listening, and I'll see you here tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.